men. A woman will lick your feet if you show her true love. I'm telling you.
My name is Jay, 33 years old. Question I have for you is simple. What do you think about a woman being completely submissive to a man?
I don't like that. I don't think that. Okay.
Yeah.
I would never be completely submissive to a guy. Like, I'm too independent for that.
I respect that.
So
I believe that if a woman really like a man, she's going to be submissive to him. If she's not, that means she don't like me. Therefore, I love myself too much to deal with a woman that don't like me. Disqualified.
I call my husband daddy in the bedroom and sir when he's handling business. I am a wife, I am soft, and I am happier, wetter, richer, and more powerful than 99% of the so-called strong, independent women screaming at me online. Here's why. And the data that will never make you settle for a combative woman ever again. Fact number 1. Women who feel led have 4 times more orgasms. Archives of sexual behavior in 2022.
What does a submissive woman do for her man?
Everything.
What does that mean?
Do you think it's wrong to submit to men as a woman?
Yes, I don't think anybody should submit to anybody.
Every woman should submit to her husband. Yes, I know this topic sparks outrage across the borders worldwide. A lot of women say they are too independent for that. Yes, let's leave Jay alone, Jane from Montreal, Canada. Maybe the way he said it, but let's be truthful. Let the truth be told. Every woman should be submitted to her husband. Yes, it might sound a bit odd. Why is it only the women that have to be submitted? Well, if you want to know more, stay tuned. I'm your favorite internet auntie in Kame. I love you, but God loves you more. Don't forget to subscribe, share, get a book. Yes, get a copy of Exousia Cliche. If you want to know more about yourself and understand the way life operates and how you can flourish on earth, please, if you want to support me, get a copy of Cliche and Exousia, or you can get a jar of freshly made or refined shea butter. Okay, let's go right into the topic. I know some of you are not Christians, you don't believe in God. Yes, let's look at Ephesians 5 verse 22, right? Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands as unto the Lord. Please, we don't want to hear it. What is it? Is it only women? What about the men? Let me tell you, submission does not mean you're going to let go of your mind, your brain, you're going to become a zombie. That is not what submission means. And like Jay said, yes, maybe the way he said it, you guys were turned off by it. Yeah, but let's leave his attitude towards it. But the truth is, if you really love your husband, if you really love him, you will submit yourself to him, right? This is why you need to select, make your choice. Yes, mistakes can be made, people can be deceptive, some men can pretend to be who they are not. But this is why you need to choose the man you want to spend the rest of your life with properly. Take your time to make the selection, because you will need to be submitted to his yes and no, to his do's and don'ts. Let's get into it, okay? Just relax. We're going to get there. Submission doesn't mean a woman is going to stop thinking for herself, lose her voice, or become a servant. That is not what submission means. I know this lady says she's too independent for that. I don't blame her. Misinformation, lack of understanding of what submission means, and maybe some men taking advantage and even men not understanding what submission truly is where the problem lies. Biblical submission does not mean slavery. No. Submission does not mean abuse. Submission is not a woman abandoning her intelligence, dreams, or God-given wisdom. No. When you're submitted to a man, you will not lose your voice. That's not what submission means. That's not the purpose of submission.
I don't submit to no man. I don't let no man tell me what to do. See, the enemy is trying to convince us that submission in the home is inferiority. But this was never about your value as women. This was simply about order and function.
An independent woman can still be submitted. Yes, she can still be submissive to her husband. An educated woman can still be submissive to her husband. Biblical submission is about respect. Submission in general, you don't even have to be a Christian. It's all about respect, cooperation, and working together in a God-ordained partnership. Okay, for those that don't believe in God. Respect, cooperation, and working together in partnership. That is what submission is. Yes, okay? The Bible doesn't place all the responsibility on women. The Bible doesn't place all the submission on women alone. Ladies, relax. I'm getting to your turn now, okay?
What if the man cannot create the environment for a woman to be submissive?
A few verses later in Ephesians 5:25, right? Husbands are commanded. Husbands, love your wives, even as Christ also loved the church and gave himself for it. So think about that, right? Christ sacrificed himself for the church. So a husband is also called to love, respect, protect, honor, and even sacrifice for his wife. And here's another verse. Here's another verse a lot of people overlook. Nobody says this. Submitting yourselves one to another in the fear of God. Submitting yourselves one to another. So submission is not just for the woman. Submission is for the man and the woman. Yes, protect, respect, honor, partnership. It's for both man and woman, for the husband and for the wife. Okay, ladies, did you get that? Gentlemen, did you hear that also? So in other words, there should be mutual respect and consideration in a marriage, in a relationship. Yes, a husband should listen to his wife. A wife should respect her husband. A husband should respect his wife. Both should value each other's opinions. Yes, both are supposed to value each other's opinions. Because you're in a partnership, okay? What one doesn't know, the other might know better. You're supposed to work together in order to make things better for yourselves, for your family, while you're on earth, while you're here. You're supposed to make things better. Your life is supposed to be better. When two gather, you know, one is better than two. I say one is better. Two is better than one. We all know that. Yes, two is always better than one. You bring your both wisdoms, your intelligence, your money, whatever it is, and you make life easier, better, sweeter, enjoyable for one another. Okay, so both of you are supposed to serve one another in love. Marriage is not a dictatorship. Okay, the men, listen to this. Marriage is not a dictatorship. Marriage is a partnership. Okay, a wise husband, yes, a wise husband understands that God may speak through his wife. Yes, or a wise husband should understand that his wife might know more, might know some things more than he does. And a wise wife understands that respect strengthens the relationship. Yes, respect strengthens the relationship. Okay, so to the women who fear that submission means losing themselves, that's not what submission means. That is not what submission is intended to do. Submission is not intended for you to lose yourself, for you to lose your mind, for you to not be an individual anymore. No, submission is for partnership and for you to make things better. Respect is reciprocal. Yes, the man should respect his wife. The woman should also respect her husband. He's your king, right? How are you going to treat your king? How will you treat your king? Ladies, let me know how you treat your king. He's your king. You should carry him on your head. Also for the men, she's your queen. So you have to carry her on your head. You treat her with respect, honor, for the whole world to see that, yes, this is my queen, and yes, this is my king. You get that? So for the men, yes, those of you that demand submission without showing love, sacrifice, and respect, that's not how it's intended to be. That's not how it's supposed to be. That's not how God intended it to be. That's not what submission is about. You need to sacrifice. You need to love your wife, respect her. Okay, make her happy. Make things easier for her home. Don't put everything on her. She's providing income also. She's taking care of children. Please, stress. Relieve her from stress. Husbands to relieve your wives from stress. Wives, relieve your husband from stress. Let everything go accordingly and organize. Let everything be organized in the home, right? The healthiest marriages are not built on control. Just know that the healthiest marriages and relationships, if you want a loving, you want a good relationship, marriage, it is not built on control. Men, learn that. You can get a woman to lick your feet. Yes, men. A woman will lick your feet if you show her true love. I'm telling you. Respect her, provide for her. In fact, you see that respect alone? Respect, guide her properly. A lot of women are even ready to listen to you and submit to you if they know, if they trust your leadership. Yes, if they trust your leadership. If a woman trusts your leadership, she's ready to submit to you. I mean, ladies, submit to these men so that you can be like queens and just let them pamper us. Don't you want the men to pamper you? We need queen-like treatment too. You understand, right? So let me know what you think in the comment section. Does modern society misunderstand what submission means? It appears to be that a lot of people misunderstand what submission means. Because look at this woman. She said she's too independent to be submitted. You are too independent. It does not matter. You can be an independent woman and still submit to your husband. Yeah? So let me know what you think in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend, and drop your comment. Okay, I love you, but God loves you. I'm your favorite internet auntie game. Get a copy of Cliche, Exousia, grab a jar of freshly made or refined shea butter all the way from Nigeria. I love you, but God loves you more. Bye. You keep on spending money on expensive eye cream, expensive face cream, expensive neck cream. If the lines under your eyes do not begin to minimize within the first 3 weeks to 1 month of using this, send it back to me. Yes, send it back to me. 3 weeks, 1 month of continuous use around your neck, your eyes, your lips. You want your lips to get softer. You want your hands to get softer. Free delivery for the first 10 orders every day. Just the first 10. Free delivery nationwide.